got it hooked up right now?
Yeah. I don't know if, no, you're good.
See what happens.
He said, I got it.
Yeah.
He wanted to make sure his skills were shown in that video.
Yeah, I
He
guess.
had it. When I got over there, he already had it.
Yeah, yeah. He knows what's up.
I think it's going to be top heavy.
I'm gonna walk it out. Walk it out.
Go up a little more. Go up.
Oh, the fence post.
Lift up a little bit. Somebody, Tim, they're both holding the same branch, right? Oh, we're holding. Hey, no, right there. No, right there. That's not the problem. That's the problem. There you go. Walk this way.
Nice.
Alright, cut it in like 2 pieces. And where do you want it? It depends on where you want it, how many pieces you can cut it on. If you want it through the buildings, then I'm going to need it.
I can cut it and then use it for firewood. So
Yeah, where would you like it though?
the firewood?
Well,
Yeah.
with the those
I can
pieces.
put it where you're gonna store it, and then you can cut it right there in place.
You can. I can cut. I'm gonna cut. Just put it right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you like me to put it closer to where all you gotta do is cut and stack? I'm
Yeah,
here.
you can. Yeah, you might as well.
2 seconds. Bro.
Yeah. Let me grab this.
That was the toughest decision made all day today.
Yeah, I'm good like that. Watch out for a second.
Look. All right.
It's scary.
Yeah, a little bit. I know. My yard.
Well, I would cut the. I'd cut that one up. Be able to use a base for your fire pit.
Yeah, this one right here is pretty good size, like for kindling. Is
Kindling.
that? Yeah, is that
Some
what
of
it's
that, some of
called?
that kindling.
Yeah.
No, I ain't talking about your kin. I'm talking about kindling.
chain's loose. Hold it.
All right, guys, we're over here working with Country Road Cure today. As y'all seen, that big old branch collapsed onto the clucker dome. You like how I remember that without even looking, huh? Old clucker dome, and also hit the fence a little bit and caused minimal damage for how big that limb was. I'll tell you that. They got lucky for sure.
No death of chickens.
Yeah.
Nobody escaped.
Yeah, no escapes, nobody passed or anything like that. Uber made quick work of it. What did it take, about 3 minutes?
Oh, so much.
About 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And so now what we decided to do, we moved it over here close to Thunderdome, and where they pile up their little firewood and stuff, and I told them, let's just put it right here so we can just cut it and stack it, and then they're good for the campfire whenever you want to have.
We're working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. Well, that's what you do when you got Uber on the scene. Let Uber do the work.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because we know Tim ain't.
God, you had to throw that in there.
We even got old Des over there barking it up. Look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her. Bark one time for him, Des. Bark for him. That is the weakest bark I've ever heard in my life. That sounded like a chihuahua that had the flu. One more time. Give me a roar. That's a little better. That's a little better. I mean, I feel like that might have been a hound dog. Might have been a hound dog. All right, guys. Anthony's chain loosened up on him, so he's sharpening that. So this is intermission. Let's get back to work.
It just keeps getting loose. It's stretching
Yeah,
because it's brand new.
it's true.
So-
It is a brand new blade.
Brand new chain, just keeps stretching, so I gotta keep adjusting it. I don't want it to fall off though, because that's why I had to get a new one. Because it ruins all the teeth down here,
Yeah,
and so it won't slide.
yeah.
So, don't need to.
Yes. Yes. Don't like me. The
What?
chickens don't like me. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. All right, guys, we finished up all that we can do right here. The next step is going to be fixing their driveway, but I got to switch attachments out before we do that. See you in a minute.
David don't know I have his camera. I just figured I'd give him something good to look at on film for once, rather than just his face all the time. So you're welcome, David.
Well, good morning. Well, after the week that I've had, guys, and it has been a bad one, where there's been some extreme highs and extreme lows. The extreme high was my first grandson was born this week. That trumps everything. But with me hitting my truck with the tractor four-wheel drive blowing up, which y'all seen on the last video, broke my phone as well. Yeah, and busted my lip at the beginning of the week. It is time for some wind therapy. So I am here at my storage unit to go for a ride. I'm actually going to be meeting Anthony and Roxanne with Country Road Cure and Pops for this little adventure. We're going to go have lunch at the casino. I'm going to meet Anthony and Roxanne in town at the store. We're going to ride together, and Pops is going to meet us there. I'm going to bring you guys along. Whew, it's been a rough week. The only thing that can fix it is a little wind therapy. Come on.
All right, guys, I didn't record none yesterday on our casino trip. It was Anthony's fault.
It wasn't my fault.
But we are still at it again today. Me and Anthony came to a little local event, a little car show here in Boonville. And they wanted us to enter our bikes. I'm not gonna be here that long, but we did go ahead and donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So our bikes are parked in the car show. We're just not gonna stick around long enough for the judging, but I did want to support the event.
Mercury made one of these. Because, you know, Mercury and Ford were
Yeah.
the same company, but not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the Capri 5.0. It was a must. El Camino. Oh yeah. 289. I used to want to do an old Mustang, but now I'm old and have a hard time getting up, so now I want to just get old truck.
You know what it is? Is any of that back custom work? Or is it it's all set up?
Yeah, I deleted all the trim and the door handles. Otherwise, I put the hood scoop on. Otherwise, that is pretty simple.
WWE!
That's got the word to it.
It must be the back. It must be the killing.
Budokai.
Gladiator Championship Wrestling.
There we go, baby. Oh, I like that.
I ain't seen wrestling in a long time. Forever.
With this manager.
This worth $30 right here.
Gladiator go. Matthew
See, that's cool how you got one of those that we just pulled. Oh, yeah. Let's get it on. That was great. That was great. Yeah.
You don't see those very often.
Fastback.
427? Oh, that's Chevy. 427 Chevy. 428.
That or 351.
Or 3.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Well, I'm out here at the 41.36 again. Today, I believe, is going to be the last day. I have some trees that needs to be taken down up there by Country Road Cure for those guys. And then that big storm that came through here washed out their driveway. So I'm gonna take some of their Portland mix that they got over there, fill in the hole, and then me and Uber's gonna scavenge some rock and dirt from the area and smooth out their road until they can get another load of rock. But the first thing we got to do is get the forks off the tractor and load up the man basket as well. We're going to put them on my small trailer over there. That way I can load the rest of the attachments up when I'm done on the big trailer. So let's get the forks off and get this day started. Come on. What are y'all doing down there? Y'all was supposed to be watching. Don't be a Tim. All right, we got it loaded. I'm gonna go ahead and put my straps and stuff here in the back of the truck. All right, let's get the bucket on.
Watch my tweets.
All right, we're loaded. We're loaded. Let's get to work. Want me to come up further? All right, so what we're gonna do is they got some old concrete here that's been dried in the bag. Messed up. It happens. And we're going to use that into the low spot down there. That should be plenty, honestly. And then I'm going to bring dirt and rock in and fill over that. That way they got a decent little base. All right, guys, we got the concrete loaded up. I'm going to keep the bucket nice and low because I have no weight on the back of Uber here. So, and also she don't have no water in her tires or nothing like that. So eventually I'm gonna end up watching old Tim from Ridge Life's video on how to fill these tires. Y'all should go check it out. All right, guys, let's get down the hill and assess the situation, and let's get this road fixed for these guys. Just out here fixing these people's road. Just trying to help some strangers out.
Strangers.
That's a nice ride you got there.
Yeah, I got it for cheap. Someone gave it to me.
Yeah, just about.
I about stole it from them.
Just about. It's a fine little rig though.
That's right.
Fine little rig.
That's a nice looking rig too. I'm glad it's not blue.
Yeah, me too.
I like the red color ones better.
Yeah, well, I mean, those blue ones don't work.
No.
You know.
Well, they don't work and they don't get to be worked.
Yeah, well, normally if you own a blue tractor, you don't know how to operate.
True that.
All right, well, I got to get back to work.
Yep, well, I'll be there to help them out.
Yep. Got all the concrete unloaded. I concentrated most of it up here where the actual road is. This right here is kind of the ditch. So now what we're going to do is try to get down in here, and all this stuff that washed out, we're going to try to reuse and get that up here because there's a lot of rock in there. It's a beautiful little creek though, check it out. I think in the future they're going to need several more, probably at least 2 more culverts right here to help when that thing gets a little angry. All right, let's see what we can do to help these guys out. All right guys, making some pretty good progress. I've got a big bulk of the washout filled in at this point. I took some dirt from down there and some of the rock from down there to give it a little bit better slope to help it get to the creek. I'm saving that last little bit of rock to put over the top of this whenever I'm done. But they had a berm back here on their driveway where all the water from there and from over here, because that's uphill, was flowing down and running right beside the road, trying to get to the creek right there, which in turn washes out the road a little bit. So I cut back the berm some and took dirt from there because we needed a ton of dirt, and I'll level all this out whenever I'm done. But as you can see, there's a little bit of the berm right there. That's the smallest point of it. So I'm taking that berm down so it can gradually go down with gravity to get to the creek, because the creek's right on the other side of those tree lines right there. It's a good place to take the dirt, and hopefully it'll take it to where when the water rushes over here and it does start going down, it's a lot further away from the road there, making it go down that direction, keeping it away from right here. That's the theory anyways, guys. It's a game plan, not a set plan. But we're gonna start back dragging this right here, leveling it out and kind of see where we're at, and then go from there. We should be getting pretty close. I think by the time I take this little berm down right here and grab that rock out of there, that should be all that we need for now. Alright guys, my battery died on my main camera, but I've been busy. Check this out. I got this whole area beside the road tapered down and a nice smooth level all the way down. Uber's in the way right now, so you can't see quite all the way down, but as you can see right past it, I got all of this built back up a lot, sloped it and packed it the best that I could without the backhoe that direction, and leveled out their road a little bit. That's the best I'm going to be able to do until they get some rock. I don't want to keep just piling dirt with a little bit of rock higher and higher so it just washes out. Once they get a load of rock, I can come in here and back drag it. But it looks good. You can kind of tell the slope and the cleanliness that it's got all the way up now. Well, this was a fun little project. This is only one of the two that I got to do today. Now it's time to take down some trees for Country Road Cure. Let's get it. All right guys, made it back up the hill. We need to get the bucket off here and get the grapple on. Gary's getting his saws and stuff ready right now. We're gonna put these couple of dangerous trees on the ground here, threatening Country Road Cure's shed to house and also their animals in barn. So let's get this hooked up, get this done, then we can load Uber up and get our butts back to Come On Mountain.
Way up on Common Mountain, where the air is fresh and clear. David's working hard each day, but he always shows he cares. With Mountain Magazine in his view, stretching far and wide, he's got his faithful tractor Uber always by his side. Midnight's on the prowl, that cat's the boss, supervisor of the land. She never takes a loss. David on Common Mountain, with a mountain in his sight. He's got kindness in his heart and hands that work all night. With his goats and his dogs and the breeze so sweet, he's a man of the land, life's rhythm so complete. David on Common Mountain, with a view so grand. The new HQ's coming together, he's the man with the plan. Eclipse, the guard dog, watching over the goats. And Domino's the newest friend.
All right guys, that's a wrap. We got the trees, or the tree. We opted to do one tree because this area right here, we are about to do a big project in the future here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm not going to say too much about what we're doing. That's for these guys to talk about. But it's huge. It's huge.
It's coming.
So there's no point in doing the trees right now until we circle back for the beginning of that. But we did get the most dangerous tree down for Anthony and Roxanne. They're the ones that made them sweat their booyakaka during the storms.
I mean, every time there was a thunderstorm, a windstorm, anything, I'd be sitting there. She can vouch. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. I'm just thinking it's gonna fall on the house, or we're gonna be sitting in Thunderdome and it's gonna fall on us and kill us. I mean, because that tree could have done that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean,
So
it was close enough.
Hence the reason why I took all the trees down around my cabin.
Well, like I've said before, just so you guys know why we didn't take that one down real quick. When that one was left there, there's a giant pile of debris from the clearing that was blocking that tree, and we're talking 20 feet worth of
huge
debris, so we couldn't even reach that tree.
Yeah, that's true.
So we also got this area cleaned out so it isn't such an eyesore for them. We stacked all the base of the logs there for them to be able to cut up for camping and firewood, stuff like that. And then as y'all seen earlier, guys, we got that big old one off the chicken coop right there. Uber made quick work of that.
Oh, super.
That was a toothpick.
Yeah, toothpick.
It was nothing.
Yeah, and it saved the hen house and also the netting. So that was the most important thing.
It was a win all around.
It was.
And then we did the driveway.
Yeah.
Non-stop work.
Yeah,
You've been busy.
Yeah, you'll have that. You'll have that. It's magic, guys. I don't do nothing.
That's
We've been having David be our day laborer.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Crack that whip.
Hey, we'll work for food.
That's right.
I went through the recession in 08. I work for groceries. Don't think I won't. But I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. It's been spanned over about 3 day stretch here doing all of this. Plus, behind me that I can't show y'all yet, you'll have to go over to Simple Life Reclaim and check that out. But their roof project. Hey, guess what, guys? It's almost done.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Here, you want to see it? Psych. Can't do it. Can't do it. But I do got to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I got to get my butt back to Come On Mountain. Y'all have seen me unload and load the trailer and the tractor about 19 million times, so I'm going to spare you on that one this time. We're just going to get it loaded, get it strapped down, get it back on the mountain because we got big projects over there too. So until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.